So we are in a rush to get our rare garage find Marina GT mobile so it can be on the Owners Club stand at the Practical Classics Restoration Show in less than 4 weeks' time. Last time you saw Matt blast the worst of the rust on the floor, then we treated it with Hydrate 80 rust converter before finally blathering the whole lot in red oxide primer from Rustbuster. We still have a long way to go. The blasting revealed pinholes and other rot that needs fixing before we can give the underside a coat of protection. We also need to dig out the suspension components and check that they're all present and correct. We only need to build up the rear because the Marina Owners Club are doing the front. It's not that we're lazy, they actually offered. Last year they won the Best Live Demonstration Award at the show and they want to keep their crown, so we're going to try and help them best we can. But first, Simon had previously cut off the top of the jacking points so we could get the rust blasted and painted with rust converter and primer. He also had a cunning plan on how to repair these and strengthen them up so they could actually be used for jacking. Box section. First he cut them to length. The rear ones were easy as they were just a short length. The front ones had a curve, so Simon cut the backs off so they could be shaped. Here they are ready for blasting. Show us your finger.
The joys of working on a marina.
Oh.
Monday night, Matt, his brother Jim and Simon were down to finish off primering the bits that we didn't get done the previous week. I'd had a migraine, so I was a target for Matt's hilarity.
I think we should have got it dipped.
Dipped and then dipped painted.
Yeah. Then dipped it in a vat of lime flour. Powder coated it. He's got a migraine, this poor lad.
Who's got a migraine?
You can tell Jim's gone to the same school of painting as Mike.
Aye.
It's atrocious. Anyway, whenever Mike's not here and we film, we have to take piss out of him. Yeah. It's guaranteed that it makes it in. Isn't that right, Simon?
Yeah.
Because if he leaves it out, we can accuse him of favouritism.
And if we film anything with Mike in, it doesn't go in.
Does it?
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't consider himself.
He edits himself out. So what we need is the viewers to say we want to see more Mike and make him feel really guilty. Oh, tea.
Oh, this is going to be. This is a test.
Okay.
It's a test. Is this?
I hope that one's not mine.
No sugar in. All plain.
Oh yeah, he likes. Is that our Jim's?
I don't know. No, these are different cups.
I'm having that one then.
Do you know how he takes his tea?
Tea
Less than a spunkful of milk.
We have been invited to be on the Marina Owners Club stand at the Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show at the NEC in March. We need the marina to be there and ready to be built up because the team from the Marina Owners Club will be fitting the front suspension. Last year they won the Best Live Demonstration Award and we want them to win it again. So come down and say hi, and if you say, "Look at that," to Matt, Simon or Mike, you may win something of your own. Visit the Marina Owners Club Facebook group to get 10% off your entry tickets. A link is in the description. It's now Thursday, and we'd had some deliveries.
Oh, God, mate. Look at that. Oh, did you get Bush's spot steering rack?
Yes.
Oh.
I
Well,
got.
because the old ones look alright, but we can replace them if we need.
Well, one of them that if you haven't bought them, we'll put back in.
Yeah. But if you bought them, it's fine. Wow. Look at the rock hard. Wow. They're black and all. I thought.
Yeah, they're classic lined up, the Superflex.
Yeah, but I thought they were blue.
Oh no, these aren't the ones I like. These are the ones you don't like.
Are they supposed to like replicate the feel of the original rubber?
No, they're still.
No, because the black ones. Because the black.
No, they still aren't. No, you can get there's. I can't remember. I think it's Proflex.
No, you don't want the orange ones.
No. Yeah. There's another one.
No, these will
They
fit.
come split in half, like top hats. And some shit didn't fit.
I think. That'll be fine.
So the tie rod, was it the tie rod forks that need modifying? They've been sent off now.
Well done.
So he's bringing
You're doing well.
them to the show along with a conversion kit. So we just need to bring all our bits.
We need to assemble it on that big table that we were on about.
Yeah.
Basically, not assemble it as such, but
Just
reassemble
lay it all out.
Lay it all out. Make sure we've got all bolts, nuts, everything. Yeah.
Whichever ones them are need putting in.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
weird,
gonna have to
isn't it?
Oh, it's wet. Thread's got damage in it.
Yeah.
Round them up. I'm gonna have a guess at them ones.
We just need to retap everything, don't we? Just make sure everything.
I have to go through and write on what each one is.
Yeah. Well, if it's in, isn't it?
Oh, there.
That
After all that.
leaf spring eyes, I would say. 'Cause they're small.
There's front and rear.
And I would say they're all.
Don't forget the data back in there.
Yeah, that might be a problem.
No, front ones are metallistic ones, are they? They're stopping, I think.
I don't know.
And this is exactly why the Marina Owners Club are rebuilding the front suspension for us. We haven't a clue.
Spring arm.
Very nice.
Rears. Shackle. Not
Yeah,
shackle.
well, there should be 8
Should be another one of them. I would say.
There should be 8.
Two lots of them. Which I would say is fronts.
Which we only need one set off.
Yeah.
So we went through and wrote on them all what they were.
I'm going to film this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. The leaf spring apparently has them front and rear. And then them go into the body of the car. Whereas on conventional or more conventional vehicles, you have them at the front of the leaf spring, and then you have them at the rear of the leaf spring and in the body of the car.
It's just a shit.
I just didn't remember the first to say it.
Yeah, but also I think there's that little short one there. Look.
Oh no, George.
I know, I can't remember what that was off.
We didn't.
No, it's off this. Across where you know that little end bit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what these are. These got a bit Morgan, haven't they? Sorry, they've got a bit of Marina, haven't they? We need to create them bushes at the back, them pads, them pad things. We might have to just buy some. I think they are on different cars.
We're talking about the anti-squeak pads that go between the springs.
I do have some.
No.
Somewhere.
You can buy them. They're like little pieces with nipples on that push into that. Don't just stick on. You can buy them because they have. You can get them for different cars.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Yeah. Them go into the body. Them little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's some. I think there's some crank shackles. No, just push them out. I'm not burning them out. My paint.
you can paint.
You can press them out. Yeah, alright then. Go on, let's get him in then. Well, I'll find. Well, let's get him in. I'll find shackles. We can always just put shackles on, and then we know we're all together.
We'll come back to the bushes later. But next, Ryan is going to show all the single ladies how good he is with his hands.
I had this piece of steel bent at local engineers, metal fabricators, so he bent it into a 90-degree bend for us at 1.25 metres long. That will hopefully be enough metal to make a full Marina wheel arch in one go. I'm going to bend it and start bending it into a wheel arch shape. So as that goes, you can just see there as I push down on the pedal, that opens up. And as I open that up, it pushes the metal apart and stretches it in the middle. You move it along a little bit and do it again. You just want to do it nice and slowly, so we creep up on it. I don't want to bend too much in one go, because if not, I'll wind up bending it back. And the Marina wheel arch is not perfectly round either. It's got kind of a flat spot at the top. So I just want to create a nice, sort of a very sedate curve to start with. Now the trick with it as well, if you have it right in there like that, it's not going to stretch as much because you're starting to stretch right from the corner. As you move it further out, you can stretch the material a lot faster because you're stretching the furthest away from the corner. So what you want to do really is aim for about 2/3 to halfway on the thickness of your metal to get a relatively easy but also a very controlled bend. And just go all the way along, nice and gentle. I'll stop just before the end because I know the end is fairly straight. And if we look at it like that, it sort of curves a bit more there and it's quite a bit flatter there. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in it there just to bring that curve around a bit more. There's a bit of a flat spot there as well. And that is a nice bend really. So we'll just go off it up to the car and see where we need to move it a bit more. You start by setting it on the top like that. So as you can see, it's quite a long way out, but obviously I don't want to fetch it all round in one go. Now what I want to do is have this start somewhere here, and then hopefully it'll finish obviously somewhere there where that rust is. So it's just needs to bring it round a lot more in the middle here. I'm not going to touch this bit, I'm just going to do this bit here. It's starting to come round now, so we're quite a lot closer to where we want to be. Still a long way, well, I say a long way off, still a fair bit off, but we are getting closer. So I've just lined it up there because that's sort of where it fits the best at the moment. And as you can see now, I've got that on top of there, but it's tucked down below here. So I've actually put too much curve in it. But sometimes you've got to put too much in to take it back out again. So if you look just up there now, that is very nice and tight up there to about here, and it starts to get a little bit off, and then it's too much here. So what we'll do now is take a little bit out of here, just take this curve back out a little bit more, and then we'll start putting some arch in it as well. So the first operation we did was called stretching, where them jaws open, and as you can see it stretches the metal from a straight to an arc. The second operation we're going to do is shrinking part of it, hence the shrinker stretcher. So these jaws work the opposite way. They shrink the metal. When you put the metal in between the jaws this time, as you can see just there, the jaws are actually open, and when I press the pedal down on here, they close together and pull the metal together. And you want to be a little bit further out. You just move it along nice and gentle. Now you won't see much happening here because I'm just taking a bit of the arc out. But in a minute, when I switch to the other side, i.e. the side I haven't bent yet, and take some and shrink this, it will actually very gently put some, it takes a little bit more doing the shrinking, it will actually put some bend in it the other way, like that. You can just see that bend starting to come about there. It actually just pulls the metal together and pushes it together, in turn makes it thicker, so eventually it gets work hardened. We'll have to address that later and just grind some off. What you wind up doing is switching from one to another a lot. You put some curve in like that, and then you've got to go around and do it a bit more at the other side, because I know this side drops down, so I'll put a bit of curve in here. And I know the top of the wheel arch has got a slight bit of curve to it as well, so we'll put a bit in that. And then what we'll do is we'll go try it on the car again. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. But there isn't that much in it till you get to right near the ends. So we'll line this mark back up again, because that's roughly where I want it to be. As you can see there now, once that's lined up, and it fits quite nicely there now. Possibly it's a little bit more just in here. But it's starting to fit quite nicely there now. I've got a nice bit of arc here coming down this way to follow the sill. And if I look at that side there, I've started to get that nice bit of down there, sit it on top. Start to get that nice bit of down in the right place. So once I bend this down some more, it'll just fall around and start to curve round into this. So I'll do this first, because that's the shrinker's already in the jaws. So we'll shrink this round first before I stretch this a little bit more. So you can see now there how that's starting to come round, and it's getting a lot closer to fitting right there. Put that line back onto there like that. Line that up there. It's sat on top because it's just a little bit off there, but I want to finish this bit first really. So you can see I just want to shrink it a bit more there, because it just starts to get wider. It needs shrinking a bit more there, and this will all come round at the same time. So as you might be able to tell now, I've remarked it here. So I've made this mark redundant over here, because it just didn't fit the shape properly. And I'm just nicely sneaking up on this curve round here. I'll have to, yeah, so it wants a bit of stretch in here, because you can see there's a gap under that edge, which will just pull that a bit closer this way as well. This will then come in as well. That possibly wants stretching, and yeah, as you can see there, we've got what looks like a piece of bent steel. But if I set that on top of there, find my mark up over here, and set it on top of there like that. As you can see, there's barely any gap all the way around. There's a little bit because of the blistering in the metal. It comes all the way around here, just sits on the edge of that there. So that will just drop in there, and drop in there nicely. And if we drop it down into its place, like so, it is a bit tight because of the extra metal, but it does just sit in there like that. Once the arch has been cut out, that'll sit in beautifully. And then just trim off each corner.
And so, to balance out watching a craftsman at work, here are some clowns trying to remove some bushes from the springs.
No, you want a ring to go around that, to push it out. No point coming to car club, stand watching. No, because that's not going to go.
There's bushes on the floor.
Right then, the ring that you are putting in has to go in that hole. It has to go. It can't be too big. It will not go through the hole. Don't matter. As long as it goes through the eye to push the bush out, it does not matter. Too small. Well, that's next one up. You sure? Because they haven't been like all. They have them all in different things.
I know they do.
Those two.
One of those two. Told you. That one I think might be too big.
Well, that one's alright.
You've literally just said to him that looks too small.
No, that's the other one. That one's bob on. Right. That's bob on. So we need another one. Another one.
Slightly bigger.
No.
Much bigger to hold the whole thing.
Look at that.
I'm not married up.
Right, so
Not married up.
hang on.
No.
Look, hang on. We noticed it. This is a cheap one, so it'll want to straighten itself up. So do that. Okay, I'll hold it.
Right, I'm on nicely. What was it?
I don't know.
Right.
Sounds like
You might come up in. What should I call it?
that needs to be on there.
Oh, hang on. Take it back up.
I can't believe, right, you had a crap in your own drive and had the cheek to blame a poor old motorcyclist.
From your motorbike, and the motorbike stopped, and then it out. And then never sort of looked out, and then it went out.
Yeah, no, thanks for that. Thanks for that, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
That's sprung down a bit, hasn't it?
How do you small one?
It was pretty small. It was small.
Not small enough.
Not small enough. There you go.
What's this?
If it goes through now, through rubber. Right, Craig, you're up. You wanted to go. You did.
Once all the bushes were out, it was time to fit the new ones. First, the mating surfaces needed to be spotless, ready for the lube.
Same on this side.
And so, with help of a vice, we got all the bushes on the springs fitted.
Any washers on them?
And lastly, Matt got the shackles together so we could check the hardware. Good job we did, because we had a shackle pin missing. But luckily, there was a new old stock one on eBay for £2.50. Bargain.
There should be a whatchamacallit, a collar.
All that remains now
sure there should
is
be a
to eat
collar.
the curry that Matt's wife made for us.
What are you
Thanks,
doing?
Liz.
To be honest with you,
Just eat it, stop being a baby.
somebody's not catered for everyone's taste.
Why, what's in it?
Look, it's one
Vegetables.
fucking curry, it's free.
Vegetables.